Hey guys, I got 30 minutes max because I have to go attend an event. It's what time is it now? It's 5 to 4. I have to do this live, get a shower, and then go attend an event till 9 o'clock from 5 till 9. So I'm gonna break this down for you why Arsenal just went out to Lisbon and how biblical it is and how it connects to World War III and how it connects to the earthquake in Lisbon, which all connects to Jesus Christ and it connects to the royal family as well. Hey, 6079 Smith, it's been a while. Much love to you, my brother. So listen to this, guys. The equals 3-3, so you're obviously Illuminati. Yep, I'm Illuminati. Of course I am. Hey, how you doing, Divine? How you doing? So, hey, Teresa, happy Thursday to you and to everyone in the chat and everybody who's watching the live. So check this out then. I've told you when I do these codes, it's to hopefully lead you to God and see biblical prophecies being fulfilled, and it's a beautiful thing. Let's stop giving so much credit to man. If you saw, hey Sideman, much love to you, brother. Much love to you. Much love to Sean, who called a massive upset in the Europa League today. He had Berlin to get knocked out. Again, just understanding the code. And top secrets, cheers for the Man United code. 1-0. Number 10, Rashford for Ten Hag's Red Devils. They go through 5-1 on aggregate. The Illuminati founded on 5-1. May the 1st. Remember, England beat Germany 5-1 in Germany 10 days before 9/11. I think Man United, like I said, get to the final of the Europa League, and I think they'll end up winning it. Hey, Rasmus, Caveman, how are we doing? So, again, I was speaking to my brother, Thomas Lockwood, great guy. And we were both saying Arsenal are going out on penalties. I put it on my website as well. Somebody asked who's going to go out on penalties. I said Arsenal, because Arsenal is super synced to the war. The Gunners, Arsenal, it all connects to war. If you go on my website, you've read my codes about Arsenal. So it made sense for them to go out in a shootout because shootout connects to war. Okay? So they won 5-3, did Lisbon on penalties. Not a shock at all. So well done if you took them on penalties. So anyways, I'll break it down for you. All right, I'll break this down carefully. So it was 5-3 on penalties. Hey, Karen. Queen Elizabeth, right? She became the queen in 53. No, in 52, but she was coronated 6-2, 1953. If you look at this Arsenal game, all right, Lisbon equalised after 62 minutes, and they won 5-3 on penalties, 6-2, 5-3. Queen Elizabeth was coronated 6-2, 5-3. See how deep this is? I've done codes. If you read my Queen Elizabeth book, hey, from Australia, good day, mate. If you read my Queen Elizabeth book, you see I have a code about Lisbon and how Sporting Lisbon connect to Queen Elizabeth. So Arsenal took the lead after 19 minutes. Queen equals 19. Lisbon equalised after 62 minutes. Queen equals 6-2. Queen Elizabeth was vaccinated, so we're told, for COVID-19 on January the 9th, 1-9. And like I said, she was coronated on 6-2. So these goals were after 19 minutes and 62 minutes, guys, which is outrageous. 1962 was 10 years after Elizabeth became the queen. This game today was 10 days before Arteta's birthday. Today is 3/16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. Amen. That's John 3:16. So, beautiful verse, one of my favourite verses. So it finished 1-1 today. Queen Elizabeth's funeral was 11 days after she died at 11 a.m. Remembrance Day is celebrated or honoured on 11/11, November the 11th. And I've often talked about Lisbon in connection with the prophecy of the earthquake that came true in Lisbon, which is really deep. All right, there was a earthquake in 1755, and it was on November the 1st, 1-1-1. So I wasn't shocked when Martinelli number 11 missed and the game finished 1-1. Wasn't shocked in the slightest. But spoke to a few people. I told people about this. Arsenal could go out to Lisbon, connected to the biblical prophecy, and they did. They've gone out. So, in giving warning signs of his second coming, Jesus said, "The sun shall be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers that are in heaven shall be shaken. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in the clouds with power and great glory." I really hope this is in our lifetime. A lot of people are scared of Revelation. I'm excited for it. Imagine it. Imagine we are the chosen generation to witness this. John the Revelator described the first sign that was to precede the second coming of Christ. There was a great earthquake. That's Revelation 6:12. And that's another reason why I like Man United to win the Europa League. Because Ericsson, who plays for them, had a cardiac arrest on 6/12. And I did a live stream with a guy called Sean, and we showed that earthquakes are connected to heart attacks. So, and that connects to Epithian 6:12, which is telling us that we're not in a war against man. It's basically spiritual wickedness in high places. In fulfillment of his prophecy was the mighty Lisbon earthquake of November the 1st, 1755. It extended to the greater part of Europe, Africa, and America. It was felt in Greenland, the West Indies, the island of Madeira, Norway, Sweden, Great Britain, and Ireland. So we've just had that earthquake in Turkey. And if you're a football fan, you'll know the upcoming Champions League finals in Turkey. Because again, it's all biblical. It's all biblical, guys. So Arsenal have gone out, which is great for my pick for them to win the league, which I put out a while ago, connected to war. Basically, since the Chiefs won the Super Bowl, the connections for Arsenal to win the league are scandalous, and I've coded every game right with Arsenal since that. So them going out the Europa League is another good sign they win the league, because you know how the commentators are and the pundits. Well, it was actually a blessing in disguise that Arsenal went out the Europa League and City went deep in the Champions League, gave them more ability to focus on the league and not have to travel. That's what they do. You know what I mean? So I'm happy Arsenal went out for that future. Yeah. Hit the like button, guys. Thank you, 6079 Smith. I appreciate that. Hey, James, how you doing, brother? Big shout out to you. Found Conscious, hey there. Who else we got? Brian, how you doing, mate? DH is in the house. Walter White. I think Man United play Juventus in the Europa League final. I can see why you think Roma, because of the Vatican and Francis. It's possible, and Mourinho, because he syncs up with Revelation Jose Mourinho massively. That's why he was born 126. He has the same birthday as Brendan Rodgers. 1,260 days is 42 months for how long the beast reigns. So yeah, possibly. But I think United. Yeah. So Arsenal, I think, win the Premier League. I posted the code maybe 5 weeks ago, and I think they've won every game since. I think they win the league. I'm not going to go through every future that I've had. At the beginning of the season, this is what I said. This is the beginning of the season. I said Man City at the beginning of the season, and I said Haaland Golden Boot. It wasn't a deep decode. I didn't know the war theme then. I knew Arsenal were connected to the royal family, which I've known for years. I didn't think that was enough. And at the beginning, nobody talked about Arsenal. As the season's gone on around Christmas time, as well, I was like, yeah, Arsenal could win this. Geez, it's all syncing up with the World Cup as well. And then since then, I've been on Arsenal. I said Haaland Golden Boot before the season began. He's basically won it. I said Napoli Serie A before the season began. They've basically won it. I said Bayern Munich before the season began, the Champions League. That's still going. FA Cup, I got it wrong. I said Tottenham, Man United won it. I mean, League Cup, I said Tottenham, Man United won it. I got that wrong. Barcelona, I said for La Liga before the season began. Europa League, I didn't have a pick. I like to do the Europa League late, like around the quarterfinals. Although I have called Villarreal before a few years ago at the beginning, and they won it. They beat Man United in the final. Bundesliga, I didn't bother with. I didn't make a prediction. So most of them are going to hit by the look of it, unless there's some real drama. But again, calling all these futures, it's so tough. I called the Warriors last year, didn't I? 7 months before they won it. Calling every future, it's just not going to happen. But my God, I've called many. And if I get it wrong, I figure it out by the end. And not like the last game of the season. Dallas Stars fall from heaven, Adam. NHL SC finals. Perhaps I haven't looked too much into the National Hockey League. I tend to do that late. Like again last year, I said the Avs would beat the Lightning 4-2 before that series began. And that was about 7-1 or 6-1. I prefer to do that than rather call a future at the beginning of the tournament. By the Stanley Cup, I pretty much can figure out what the score is going to be. And you don't have to bet every day or do a future on every single sport. You know what I mean? So I put this on my website. So somebody asked, who's going to win the shootout, Lisbon or Arsenal? And this is what I put. I didn't do an actual post. Let's see if anybody got it. Where is it? And that 118 connects to earthquakes as well. And Lisbon had a player sent off after 118 minutes. It's crazy. It's God. It's beautiful. It's stunning. The code's incredible. Don't let the people online, all right, have you hate the code and hate the Jesuits, hate man, and it's all witchcraft and all of that. No, it's beautiful and biblical. That's what's playing out. It's time to stop giving so much credit to man. All right, you see the Lisbon goal? My mate Thomas sent me it. Did you see the Lisbon goal? 46-yard lob. Did they work on that in training? Did the Jesuits do that? 46-yard lob when the keeper's barely off his line. Do you know why they had to tell you it was 46 yards? Why it was so perfect? Because the Queen's funeral was 19-9, the 46 prime. The whole game was about her and Revelation and the earthquake and the second coming of Jesus. Queen Elizabeth, guys, if you haven't read that book of mine and you like this code, I have no idea why you haven't read it. She connects to Revelation. Brady connects to Revelation. Pope Francis connects to Revelation. Ronaldo, Messi, Justin Bieber, all these top stars, they all have the same code. The guy for the Bills who had a cardiac arrest, Damar Hamlin, all biblical. I've shown you. All biblical. It's crazy. It really is like crazy, but it's also beautiful at the same time. So, again, it's the round of 16. Lisbon win 5-3 on penalties. 53 is the 16th prime. I told you Italy won the Euros for the first time in 53 years. The 16th edition of the tournament, 53, the 16th prime. It goes hand in hand. When I used to always code Milwaukee Bucks, I never missed with them when I found a 53 connection with them, with Milwaukee Bucks. It's like the 34 connection with Giannis. When he has a 34, he pretty much always gets 34 points. So Arsenal lose 3-5 on penalties 35 days before Hitler's birthday. You had Feyenoord winning 7-1 in a coronavirus ritual. Coronavirus declared a pandemic, 71st day of the year. Catholic gets you 71. I'm telling you, how long have I told you that the royal family are German? The royal family are German, and there was a time where Harry dressed up as a Nazi. They're Germans. This is the world that we live in. The people who are worshipped in England, the royal family, are Nazis. And if you look into their bloodline, they're Nazis. And people laugh at me. They can't laugh at me anymore with what I've revealed. But they're Nazis, guys. They're Nazis. Queen Elizabeth. Nazis. I don't know if I can keep repeating the word Nazi on YouTube. In regards to my book, you just send me an email and I send you the PDF. That book, man, I've sold over 1,000 books now, which is incredible. The 3 different books that I have. That is incredible for a guy who didn't want to be an author, doesn't promote the books really, not on Amazon, doesn't do book deals. You know what I mean? It's crazy that I've sold that amount. I'm proud of myself for that. And I know I keep selling more, but how you doing, Joseph? British Royal Family 222. There you have it. Remember, 9/11 was exactly 222 months before coronavirus was declared a global pandemic. It's just staggering. So somebody on my community, somebody asked me if I do college basketball. I can code anything, but there's people on my website that do it. There's a guy here called Adu Singh 21. He's 3-0 today in the NCAA. And he just gave out a free pick. I appreciate all of you putting your codes, even if they win or lose or draw. I appreciate you because you're sharing your knowledge, which is what it's all about. Man United win 5-1 on aggregate 51 days before the King's coronation. Thank you, Zen. Illuminati founded 5-1. Yep. I had Man United to beat them in the first leg, and they beat them 4-1. That was connected to 9/11, which was on 41 date emoji and more. That's why Ronaldo made his second debut for Man United, which I predicted on 9/11, and they beat Newcastle 4-1, where he got his 119th goal. Somebody's telling me to keep an eye on eclipses. I don't know where I stand on astrology, to be honest. Good call, Adam. I saw the odds at 1.6 for Arsenal, then 2.5 for Sporting with a few minutes of extra time left. It didn't make sense to me when a penalty shootout is basically 50-50. Yeah. So it should be. Like I honestly think it's always nice to receive nice comments. We all like that. When it's a penalty shootout, right? And it's I don't know, any professional level, basically any level. The fact that they've played over 2 legs, and they've tied with each other, of course, 3-3 over 2 legs for your 33, which is connected to Jesus. So if you've got 2 teams playing against each other and it's been really close over that amount of time, if it's a penalty shootout, should it not just be, much love, 50-50? Unless you say, well, their goalkeeper's a remarkable keeper when it comes to saving penalties. Why were Arsenal like favourites to win the shootout? It don't make what, because they were at home. The shootout, you know what I mean? Like, they should just literally flip a coin with a shootout at that level. They should all be able to take a penalty. But we've seen some shocking penalties from these superstars, haven't we? Let's go back to the Euro 2020 final and watch Saka's penalty and Sancho's penalties. Supposedly best players in the world. No, they're not. So, listen, since you follow the Bible, do you believe the earth is flat? Yeah. I don't get wrapped up on it, but yeah. My whole take on that is just simple. I think the education system's corrupt. I think it got infiltrated by the Rockefellers 1903, and there's globes in every classroom. So it's not a globe, put it that way. I have said many times the answer might be somewhere in the middle, typical of the devil to have you argue over whether it's flat or curve, and it's a combination or whatever, or it's neither. That's very typical of the devil. Have you waste your energy on it, debating over this or this, and it's neither of them. So I don't know enough about it, but I don't think it's a globe, put it that way. That's all I'm going to say. Listening to you while I'm in the gym keeps spreading the truth. I've seen some haters on here recently. Are you always going to get that? And I'm good with that now. I'm improving with that. There's a lot of love that I get. You're occasionally going to... I posted a quote. Listen to this. This is the type of stuff I deal with. It's nothing like to like concern me. But I'll just give you an example of the nonsense I deal with. Just one example, not to bring your frequencies down, but just listen to it. And people just don't read. Brighton versus Palace. Brighton can advance to 42 points with a win. Man United advanced to 42 points after beating Palace on a date written 4-2, the 4th of February. The beast reigns for 42 months. Brighton can get 12th win and stay on 6 draws. 1,260 days is 42 months. Palace is 26 game and they can stay on 6 wins. Pope Francis the 266th Pope. Prince Philip died with 266 days left in the year. This was a perfect code. All right, very simple, but you had March scoring after 15 minutes on March the 15th. All right, his first name's Solomon. I talk to you about Solomon's temple all the time. The last apartment I was in, my landlord was called Solomon. You can't make it up. And that March, where's number 7? Brighton went 7th in the league and stayed on 7 losses. So I did this code for my website. I had Brighton yesterday, Napoli. They both won. And you know the one comment I got on Twitter? I got 16 likes, whatever that means. But I got one comment. And do you know what the comment is? But you didn't say till after the game. Where do you get that from when I'm saying Brighton can get to 42 points? Brighton can get their 12th win and stay on 6 draws. How is that not showing you that it was before? I didn't say Brighton advanced to 42 points. Brighton advanced to... I said can. So, again, the one comment is somebody saying, but you didn't put it out before. Yes, I did. I put them all out before on my website. Every day. whatever the sport. Sometimes a few games, sometimes one, sometimes three, sometimes different sports, sometimes a future, whatever it is. So come on, guys, telling me that I don't put picks out before. I can't understand. Did you not read it? In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was over the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the waters. Much love, beer guy. So, man, I hate people like that. It's so hard to debate them. It's not even worth the energy. You bang on there. You bang on. Energy is so crucial. Everything is energy, and there's no point, is there? There's no point like rising to it. I've told you it's something I'm working on every day, and I'm definitely getting better because 90% is positive, and then you get 10% of people that make accusations. You remember the guy who said I stole $10 off him? Well, PayPal messaged me and told me that I won the appeal. I don't owe him anything. So, again, that's what I'm talking about. Come into my comment section and hammer me and then find out he was actually wrong and I didn't owe him anything. So anyways, it is 16-16. That's 4-16. Oh my word. 4-16, that's when Hans is leaving England. 4-16 is when Brady was drafted. 4-16 is when Pope Benedict was born. 4-16 is when Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was born. 4-16 is when I'm going to Blackpool with my dad. I need to book those flights. 4-16, baby. 4 plus 16 is 20, as I have 20 likes. So, yeah, bye-bye, Arsenal. Of course, you go out on a shootout because your whole season's connected to war. Arteta, you can't coach. You've got a Lego head. Arsenal, your squad's mediocre, but most people don't have a clue. All right? They're just going to think that you've just gelled. It's all come together. All right? Arteta worked for Guardiola, so he's learned some of the tricks of the trade. Guardiola, I'm on to you as well. I've ruined you. All right? Many times with your triangles. All right? Illuminati when you coach for Bayern Munich, where the Illuminati were founded in Bavaria. You can't coach, all right? You've got demons, all of you. I'm not talking to you in the chat, of course. All of you at the top of Hollywood, you're demons. You're demons, all right? So, guys, don't worship them. And don't ever say to somebody like me, you're just jealous of them. I was out today having an ice cream, right? And I had a music video on. I'm going to have to go in 5 minutes. It's 4:17 now, Prince Philip's funeral. And Taylor Swift's song came on. And guys, Taylor Swift's a bloke. Sorry, I go off on one, don't I? This was all biblical. This was about Arsenal and Lisbon and the earthquake and Jesus Christ's return and World War III. Taylor Swift's a bloke. Her arms were like twice as long as mine. And how do people not see it? Taylor Swift as well, I think, is the daughter of Anton LaVey's daughter. And Google it. Eminem has talent, you can't deny it. Mr. Man, Eminem has exceptional talent. It's a demon. And if you go through Eminem's lyrics, he said that he sold himself to the devil, sold his soul to the devil. And he wished that he never did. All right? I'll have to find it. I'll do a video on it. He basically said something along the lines of he sold his soul to the devil and he's never getting it back. All right. What did Eminem mean by I got Grammys, but I had to sell my soul to get them? All right. He said that in his song, Lucky You. All right. They're not just putting this out, guys, for banter. All right. They're not just putting it out to play with you or because they're being creative. They're telling you the truth. It's biblical. All right. Literally coming out and saying, I got Grammys, but I had to sell my soul to get them. So Eminem, who we see, remember God gives you free will and you can choose to basically hand it over to the devil. All right, for fame, fortune. Satan's a deceiver, he's a liar. But again, what's the TV show Lucifer? What's your deepest, darkest desire? And he can give you it. Satan will give you everything you want, but at what price? Price of your soul, basically. Not technically your soul, but your free will. He owns you then. All right. And then you have to worship his lifestyle, and you have to promote everything that's satanic, and you have to do these celebrations, whether you're aware of it or not. All right. So I thank God that I've never given in to Satan. Like these stars. All right. Wait till my book Illusion comes out. All right. That book will change your life if you're sitting on the fence with this. And it ain't about numbers. It's so deeply biblical what I write about. All right. So loads of them have said, like Bob Dylan said he sold his soul. All right. A lot of them, they don't have talent and then they're given it. If you look at Eminem, Eminem can rap. If you watch him, he can dance. He can break dance. He's funny. Most of them have great bodies more often than not. They're super confident. They can do anything. I remember somebody saying to me, it's like, Justin Timberlake, everything he does, he's great at. And I was like what? I was like, well, he can sing. I was like, yeah, he is an unbelievable singer. He can dance, yeah. He's good looking, yeah. He gets all the sexy women, yeah. Turns out he's an amazing athlete, Justin Timberlake. Yeah, he's funny, makes people laugh. Yeah, he's in phenomenal shape. And it's like, yeah. Or like Dwayne Johnson, who doesn't have a Johnson. Like, he dominates wrestling, unbelievable body. What I used to find him funny and charismatic. He just annoys me now. Top of Hollywood. And it's like, you just think he gets there for being just a talented guy? No. And then you just feel you're just jealous of The Rock. Why would I be jealous of The Rock? It's a female. All right. Yeah, a lot of these rappers, Karen, the current rappers right now have no talent. Your little Nas X doing a lap dance for the devil. Awful. You should see these Mexican rappers. They're absolutely horrific. They're horrific, the Mexican rappers. Like, I can't listen to it. At least rap, I guess, in the 90s, like, had meaning. But again, it was all glorifying racism and shooting and sex and drugs. If you really break down the lyrics, they were pretty interesting. Like, but it's demons. Gordon Ramsay, demon. Hell's Kitchen. And we love it. We love Gordon Ramsay screaming at people and belittling people and putting them down. That's the devil. That's not God. But we find it amusing, don't we? Gordon Ramsay, just another fraud, given his talent by a demon. Whatever talent it is you want, again, if you study like Satan, whatever, if you want to be the best chef in the world and you're willing to do all these sacrifices for the devil, he'll make you the best chef in the world. If you want to be at the top of Hollywood, yeah, but you've got to do this, and this. And most people are not willing to do what somebody like Dwayne Johnson, who doesn't have a Johnson, does. He clearly was willing to do it, or Will Smith. Will Smith, like, supposedly he wrote The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I've told you Satan's the Prince of the Air. So he wrote The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, which you got Will Smith from West Philadelphia. Philadelphia is the Sixth Church of Revelation. And then he smacks Chris Rock, Christ the Rock, all right, mocking Christ. And then out of nowhere, you've got Will Smith. Again, all the girls liked him. I'm not sure why, but again, unbelievable body, no doubt about it. Big old ears, but yeah. And then he comes out of nowhere, and then he's putting out songs, number one songs like Miami and Men in Black, and decent songs, because the devil can do that. He knows the beat. He knows the frequency that human beings enjoy. He knows that. So he's like, all right, I'll give you this song. There you go. So Will Smith is like, he's got his own, he's wrote Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, supposedly. He's got all these number one hits. He's top of Hollywood. And all of this is like, and then look at his kids. Look what he's done to his kids. Jaden, who's named after his mother, Jada, because Jaden's a woman. And then you got Willow, named after Will, because it's a man. It's just so, look what he's done to them. Those poor kids. All right, YouTube, take likes off me as I'm destroying Will Smith. Was that Will Smith there working the algorithm? Was it William Smith who doesn't have a Willie? Anyways, I've got to go. Yeah, I've definitely got to go. I've got to be at this event in 36 minutes. Luckily, it's only a 5-minute drive. So I'm going to read this before I go. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel and with the trump of God, and the dead in Christ shall rise first. Love it. Thessalonians 4:16. That might explain all the 4:16s that I'm seeing everywhere and why Brady was drafted on that date, who's super connected to the end times. Why do you think Brady retired 7,770 days after his last game? After his first game, his debut, 777 with 7 rings. Because Brady connects to revelation. And God and the devil are using these people. So, you getting baptized? Wait, you got baptized, Hans. You got baptized today. I'm getting baptized in April, like in a few weeks. Mate, before I go, Hans, nothing but love for you. And again, amazing shout yesterday with the Napoli code for that player to score. Can you explain quickly? Joseph's wife and Brady have the same birthday. That's August the 3rd. I used to be a Bucks fan. Yeah, I love all those wild sinks. Brady, obviously, born 83, 23rd prime, played 23 seasons. 23 is the 9th prime. His last Super Bowl, the Chiefs got 9 points. But Hans, how was that? How was that before I go? Because I have to jump in the shower. Thank you more than the special guest. How was it? Yeah, football's 83 as well, yeah. Yeah. Crazy. Some of the fans, I'm going to have to bring out my Brady book. Wow, yeah. The Brady book's crazy. So, Hans, can you please tell me how that was? I know it's different for everybody, but Red Pill Monkey said it's the greatest thing that's ever happened to him. Turns out I'd been baptized when I was younger. My mum and dad told me, but I didn't even remember it, so it don't count to me. Football and gematria, and the gematrinator Karen gets you 83. It was incredible. My friend from high school, Theo, baptized me. Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow, Joseph and his wife baptized each other in the tub. Like, you don't have... People say, oh, you need the paperwork. You have to go through an official church. No, don't fall for all of that. Don't fall for this system of it. It only counts if there's a signature on a piece of paper. No, more people are now getting married without the nonsense of the signing it. My friend who got married 11/22, I picked that date. There were no papers being signed. They just declared their love for each other on the beach. And it was a beautiful ceremony. No paperwork, there's no government involved. Anyway, Hans, Karen was baptized as a baby. For me, there's something very different to being baptized as a baby when you have no say in it, although there's nothing wrong with it. Look at this, 73 in the live, 27 likes. Brady went 7-3 in Super Bowls on 2-7. That's the numbers I see. It might be different to you. Getting baptized as a child when you have no recollection of it, you have no say on it, is far different to being a grown adult and being reborn like myself, or Hans, or Joseph, being reborn through the Holy Spirit, through the gift of God, and then willing to give ourselves over to Jesus. I think that's different to getting born into a religious family and, hey, we're going to baptize Adam. And by the way, Sporting Lisbon's goalkeeper, who's the hero today, his name's Adan. In Spanish, that's Adam. I put that on my website. Adam, the first man on earth. So if you look at his name's Adan. It's Adam in Spanish. I think also in French. You must be born again. John 3:3. Boom. Arsenal game was 3-3, all biblical, over the 2 legs. Right. You know me, I don't shut up. I've got to go support Isabella. All right, a 12th grader who's giving a speech, a TED Talk today. I'm going to be there. She said, I've got a spare ticket. I thought of you because you inspired me, basically, whilst I was her teacher. And she's an amazing girl, so I'm looking forward to hearing a speech or a talk. I'm not even sure what the theme is, but let's do it. Right, thank you. Take care. Hans, I hope you get to see Divine because she has an amazing spirit. God bless you, Joseph. God bless you all. Professor Adam, yep, Jesus is coming soon. Go on, Isabella. I'll tell her I gave her a shout out. Amazing girl, amazing actress as well. Amazing singer, all this stuff. Phenomenal girl. Right, I'm off. Bye, Karen. Bye, all. Much love. God wins.